Yo, what's the vibe, guys? RasLunacy back again with another video. Today's video is going to be about 3 things you need to do when you're locking in. Locking in or going on a dopamine detox or going monk mode or any of these flashy things. But the idea is when you're becoming focused on what your purpose is or what you actually want to do in life. And I'm going to give you 3 things, one for your mental, one for your physical, and one for your social, that is going to support or help you in the locking in process or the monk mode process, or to keep you on a longer streak of monk mode or a longer streak of a dopamine detox or a longer streak of no fap or semen. Whatever focused activity you're doing, it will help you in this. So I'm going to start with the social. The first thing you need to understand is birds of a feather flock together. You are the makeup of the 4 or 5 friends you spend the most time with. Or not friends, just the people you spend the most time with. That being said, if you know the people you spend the most time with, how they live or what they do or the things they say don't align with the direction you're going, then these people need to be cut off. That being said, if you know that you have a friend who is highly motivated in what you actually want to do, if you know you need to make a change in your life and you have a friend that is actively trying his best, even if he does fail or she fails, or even if she's on and off, even if she's all talk or he's all talk, even if all he says is that he wants to do these things but he never actually does, that is still a person who wants to make the change, and this is probably the person you need to spend time with. It's very easy for people to think you need to be lonely during this time of focus, but the reality is loneliness works most of the time because 95 to 99% of the world's population is not focused on the things that are important. But when you do find that one friend that's serious about the gym like you are, that one friend that's serious about their religion, their Muslim their Islam faith, their Christian faith, their whatever faith you believe in, when you find that person who is as focused on the goal as you are, you two will combine and be able to support one another to actually achieve these goals more easily. So it's not about being lonely, it's about finding the people that will support you to get to that next level, to get to the level you know you need to get to. So on a social level, it's really about becoming focused on your friendships and relationships that matter and disregarding the ones that don't matter, because as they say, you can lead the horse to water but you can't force it to drink. Even if you know your friend at some point in time is going to get to the point of wanting to make improvements in their life, you cannot force this into them. So it will be best to lead by example. They might be upset with you for cutting them off in the first place, but as the time goes on, you'll come to realize that this person actually respects you a lot more for doing what they had to do for their own benefit. And a real friend will know. If a real friend, before I move on, a real friend is someone that you don't have to talk to or speak to on a regular basis for you to continue being friends, because life changes in seasons and people go through stuff. At the end of the day, if someone is upset with you because you forgot, if someone wants to cut you off from their life because you forgot their birthday or because you didn't message them in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, it's probably best to keep that person out of your life, because that person most likely believes that they're the center of the world and center of attention. They don't actually believe that you go through things that might prevent you from being your best self or being the person you usually are, if you're not necessarily outgoing, but this is the type of person that they didn't reach out to you, so they don't even know if you've been through a bout of depression during this time, and that's the reason why they don't know. And these are the people that you need to actually probably cut out of your life, because they haven't matured to a point of being empathetic toward everyone's situation yet, to understand that the world doesn't revolve around them. So someone not messaging them does not mean that the person hates them, doesn't care about them. It just means people have things going on. So that's the social part. Let's move on. Next thing is the mental side of things, which is probably the most important side of things when it comes to locking in. My suggestion for this part, for the mental part of things, is you're going to have to take at least 15 to 30 minutes of your day to actually focus on things that are going to help your mental state. This is going to be this is going to be therapy. This is going to be speaking with that very focused friendship, or maybe a family member, or whoever the case is, or this could be a therapist, just having the conversation of and this is not just small talk, this is about having a deeper level conversation. Even if no conclusion is made at the end of it, having the conversation will help. So meditation, this could be the time to read a book, your Bible, your Quran. It doesn't matter, your Torah. This is the time when you're meant to be focused on enhancing your mental space. And at this point, it's the point where you're meant to be taking up some form of quiet time, or some form of thing that is going to help elevate you on a mental level, or provide you with more knowledge or more understanding within your mind, more wisdom in some capacity. Meditation will help you understand what will help you navigate your mind better. Reading a very good book will help increase your knowledge. Reading your religious book will help you increase your knowledge in very vast amounts on a deeper level. So my suggestion to this point would be just any type of reading. I would not suggest podcasts. Podcasts, I suggest you do while you're doing something else, because podcasts, you only need like your headphones in, so you can do it while you wash the dishes, while you're doing a bit of laundry, whatever the case is. But set away 15 to 30 minutes or more, it's up to you, for just some form of quiet time when your mind can be very focused on a task and it is forced into almost a state of boredom. Because boredom is important to actually make sure your mind can focus on one thing at a time. When your mind is unfocused, then when you start to read, you won't be able to focus. You'll get through a page, realize you didn't actually absorb any information from the page, have to reread the page, or you'll just be gazing. You'll read a line, you'll end up gazing out and thinking about something else completely. You won't be able to stay focused, which is why quiet time and boredom is important. Before phones and all these things, people got bored on a regular basis, and it is why their dopamine levels were so balanced, and why currently, because of all the short videos that we consume now, our dopamine levels are so imbalanced. But the mental side of things is going to take a lot of inner work, and for you to take that, a lot of that is going to have to just be for you to do on your own. No one can help you with that. Well, most of these things you're going to have to do on your own anyways. But that being said, let's go on to the physical. The physical is, as you can imagine, do some form of exercise or sport or activity that gets you happy. It could be that you like to do a hike. It could be you like to play football on a Sunday. It could be you like to play rugby, hockey. I don't care what you do, as long as it gets you up and it gets your heartbeat raised and it gets you sweating a little bit. That is all that matters. And you need to be doing this once or twice a week. Once a week the minimum, twice a week, 2 times to 6 times a week is optimal. 7 times a week is for people who you know that if you fall off for one day, you're gonna fall off completely. So just go every day. But I'd suggest for the people going 7 days a week, to avoid burnout, I'd suggest if you're going every day, you don't have to go all out every single day. Go 95%. You ain't got to be 100 every time. If you're not feeling up for the 100, if you're feeling a bit poorly, or you're feeling like you ain't got enough sleep, put in a good shift. But you don't have to kill yourself off and then burn out, and then you can't end up being consistent. Consistency is more important than having the best workout for a day. It's better you have very average workouts for a year than having a crazy workouts for a month and then don't go for 11 months. But that's gonna be the video today. No edits, curtain in my face, no edits, no nothing. This is just something to help remind you guys of the goal, to lock in, to stay focused on what is necessary, to stay on your purpose. It is necessary to remind myself, remind you, have these conversations. You see, this morning, I haven't been able to do a meditation. I haven't been able to do, well, I did a bit of a meditation. I did a 5-10 minutes, but I didn't get to do my morning routine was not what I wanted it to be. And this video is going to help me speak to myself in a way where I'm speaking to you, but at the same time, I'm speaking to myself. As a matter of fact, I can only see myself right now. So it's going to support me in the things I already know I need to do. There are things I already am doing, but it's to remind myself, and it's to help remind you as well. That being said, if you like the video, please share, like, and subscribe. This is RasLunacy. This channel is all about being our best selves, teaching you what I know, things that will help positively influence you, and for you to comment, let me know things that will positively influence me. That's RasLunacy signing out.